Alright, I'm going to start off with a 1/2 inch square bar stock. Heat it up in my coal forge. I'm going to heat it up to about 1800, 2000 degrees. Good forging temperature. First thing I'm going to forge is the tip of the leaf. The leaf tapers at the tip, so I'm going to taper the 1/2 inch square stock we're using here. Alright, now I'm going to establish the point where the bottom of the leaf ends and where the stem begins. I'm using the edge of the anvil or the corner of the anvil at about a 45-degree angle to make that mark. Now I've tapered the stem down a bit, and now I'm going to start to flatten out the leaf. Now, please note I've taken out quite a bit of video here. I had about 30 minutes of just video. I've reduced it down to a little over 5 minutes. Flattening the leaf a little bit more. Kind of actually starts to look like a leaf now. Now I'm going to use the peen of the hammer to widen and shape the leaf. I can use the peen to manipulate the leaf, move the metal in all different directions. That puts quite a few straight lines in the leaf. Now I'm going to come back and actually flatten those lines out. Everything will open back up, start to look nice and smooth again. Now I'm using my Hardy tool to cut off the material I need. So I only want a 6-inch stem, 6 to 7-inch stem. Now it's about ready to fall off. I can take it off and start to taper down the stem. Now I'm starting to taper it off square. Material is still square, but we want round it to end up with. What you do is you taper the material square. Once you get to about the size and length you want, then you come back and round it up, as I'm doing here. The lighter, cold, repetitive blows get you a better finish. Now we're going to start to establish the actual key ring. Now it's starting to actually look like something here. Now to wrap some around itself to give it that vine look. I can usually do this in one heat. The smaller material, that small diameter stem, moves quite easily even when cold. Now this is just mild steel, nothing fancy. Moves somewhat easily under the hammer when it's hot. Not quite as easily as wrought iron, but wrought iron is no longer easily available, I should say. Now I'm going to vein the leaf. I've got a cold chisel that I made just for making these veins. It's actually made from a car suspension spring. Piece of spring that I straightened out, shaped, heated, and quenched and tempered. Now it's being held down by a hold down tool. Many different names for that tool. Basically goes in the pritchett hole in my anvil and using spring force holds the piece down on the anvil. Now the vein's all done. I come through, I'm going to shape the leaf, give it a cupped look. give it some different dimension. And once it's shaped the way I want it, it'll be almost done. All I need to do is clean it up a bit. I can do that on a wire wheel brush. Just a little 1/2 horsepower motor with a wire wheel on it. Get it real good. All the scale off. All the dirt and grime. After applying a little bit of oil, it'll be done. There we go.